Okay, let's unpack this. In a world just overflowing with quick snacks and all these confusing diet trends, finding true health can feel like you're navigating a dense nutritional maze, right? Today, we're diving deep into something called the Superfood Challenge. It's this really compelling week-long journey someone took. They basically put the most nutrient-dense foods to the test, all to see if they could truly transform energy, mood, and, well, just overall well-being. Our mission here is to pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge from this personal story, which is backed by some solid science and dietary data, and figure out if nutrition can really be a superpower for you. And hey, before we jump right in, if you're looking for more incredible insights like the ones we're about to share, make sure you visit Mind Expansion Daily. You should also probably hit that like button and subscribe right now. That way you won't miss any of our future deep dives. Oh, and one more thing, if you appreciate the valuable stuff we're sharing, maybe consider buying us a coffee. The link is right there in the description. Your support really helps us keep these deep dives coming.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is how the source immediately grounds us in the why.
Hmm.
The why behind this challenge, it really treats our bodies less like some abstract idea and more like these high-performance machines that absolutely demand premium fuel.
Mm-hmm.
It paints this really stark contrast between, say, empty-calorie junk food and truly nutrient-dense foods. Think about a simple soda, right? It's got maybe 140 calories, give or take, but delivers basically zero vitamins or minerals. Zip. Now compare that to just 1 cup of spinach. Tiny calories, maybe 7, but it's incredibly packed with essential vitamins like A, C, K, plus minerals. And this isn't just an anecdote. It really highlights a critical problem we're seeing.
That's such a powerful analogy, isn't it? The body as a high performance machine. Because when you really stop and think about what most of us are putting into these machines day after day, well, it's pretty concerning. So, what does the bigger picture, the landscape of nutrition in America tell us? What are the consequences of always reaching for those empty calorie options?
Well, the data it's quite alarming, honestly. It paints a pretty challenging picture. Recent reports from the CDC, I believe it was 2025 data, indicate that a staggering 60% of Americans eat diets that are notably low in essential nutrients. And this isn't just about feeling a bit tired. It's a
Yeah.
huge factor contributing to estimates say around 700,000 deaths every year from things like heart disease and diabetes.
700,000, wow.
Yeah. We're talking widespread deficiencies, vitamins A, C, D, minerals like iron, calcium, stuff our bodies desperately need. These deficiencies weaken our immune systems, they sap our energy, and significantly bump up the risk for a whole host of chronic illnesses. And the impact isn't just physical. There's a recent NIH study, 2024, I think, linking low nutrient intake to a 30% higher risk of depression and anxiety.
Hmm.
It really underscores that deep connection between what's happening in our gut and our brain health. So when we talk about nutrient deficiencies, we're really hitting on a fundamental issue affecting both physical vitality and mental well-being.
Right. And it's so easy to fall into that trap of thinking, a calorie is just a calorie. But what you're saying makes it clear that idea is a dangerous oversimplification. This challenge, it really aimed to cut through that, didn't it? To swap the processed stuff for the truly potent. So let's get into these nutritional champions. What were the core superfoods that formed the backbone of this whole experiment?
Precisely. That misconception that all calories are created equal, nutritionally speaking, it's everywhere. Processed foods, according to the USDA, again, 2025 figures make up nearly 60% of U.S. diets now. Sure, they deliver calories, but they dramatically skimp on the micronutrients our bodies are crying out for. Just picture the difference between, I don't know, a Big Mac and a big handful of spinach. That nutrient gap. That's what this challenge was trying to bridge.
Absolutely. So this deep dive introduced us to four key superfoods, each one picked because they're incredibly nutrient dense and importantly backed by solid science. First up, leafy greens. Think kale, spinach. These aren't just salad fillers, they are like verdant powerhouses. Real vitamin juggernauts. It's actually kind of astonishing how much goodness they pack in.
Astonishing is definitely the right word. Just one single cup of kale, for instance, gives you way over your daily needs for vitamins A, C, and K, like 206% Vit A, 134% Vit C, and a massive 684% Vit K.
Wow.
Yeah, plus calcium and iron. And recent Harvard studies, 2024, I believe, linked regular leafy green consumption to a 20% lower risk of eye degeneration and even certain cancers. They're just foundational for health.
Okay, foundational greens. Then we have berries like blueberries, strawberries. I always think of them as tiny antioxidant bombs, just fighting inflammation all over the body. It's not just that they look pretty, right? It's the powerful compounds inside.
Indeed. A cup of blueberries gives you a good chunk of your daily vitamin C, about 24%, and vitamin K, maybe 36%, plus crucial fiber for helping stabilize blood sugar. And studies, like one in JAMO from 2025, have connected eating berries regularly to a measurable drop, about 15%, in inflammatory markers. That's fantastic news for your heart health. They're a pretty delicious way to boost your body's defenses.
Okay, so greens and berries. What else rounded out this powerful quartet?
Next, we move to legumes. Things like lentils, chickpeas. These are absolute protein and fiber champs. They've definitely earned their title as heart heroes. Just 1 cup of cooked lentils packs around 18 grams of protein and 16 grams of fiber. Plus, you get important stuff like iron and folate. And major reviews, like in The Lancet recently, credited legumes with about a 10% reduction in cardiovascular risk. So, yeah, indispensable.
Okay, legumes. Got it. And the fourth one?
And finally, the omega-3 king, salmon. A single serving can give you around 3 grams of omega-3 fatty acids. These are powerful enough to actively cut inflammation and have been shown to lower triglycerides by maybe 20%, according to studies in Circulation. And beyond the omega-3s, salmon is incredibly rich in vitamin D, like 71% of your daily value, in selenium, about 85%. Both are crucial for boosting immunity and can actually lift your mood. So if we connect this all back, these foods aren't just about single nutrients working in isolation. It's about a synergistic effect, how all these different components work together in harmony to contribute to overall vitality. It's like a full symphony, not just solo instruments playing.
That idea of synergy, it's really powerful, isn't it? Because knowing about vitamin K is one thing, but experiencing how it combines with everything else to transform your day, that's the real test. So how did this superfood theory actually play out in the, daily grind of the challenge? Let's call our challenger Alex. How did Alex navigate those first few crucial days?
Yeah, Alex's journey gives us a fantastic real-world look at this synergy in action. Day one was, well, Alex described it as a genuine jolt, a shock to the system, swapping their usual comfort food bagel for this bright, vibrant kale spinach blueberry smoothie. It felt not just different, but almost like a quiet act of rebellion against an old routine. But almost immediately, Alex described this subtle, kind of electric hum of energy. A feeling their Fitbit actually confirmed later with a noticeable drop, about 10%, in fatigue during their morning workout. And it wasn't just about fueling the body. It was also about shifting the mindset. Alex consciously tried to embrace mindful eating.
Mindful eating, like paying more attention.
Exactly. Really savoring each bite, tuning into the body's signals. It was inspired by philosophies that emphasize intentional living. And this isn't just fluff. A 2025 study in the Nutrition Journal found mindful eating can actually boost nutrient absorption by about 15%.
That's a great point about intentionality. It's not just what you eat, but how you eat it. So what did those early wins translate into as the week went on?
Well, by day 2, Alex added lentils into a chickpea kale salad. The fiber boost, around 15 grams just in that meal, kept hunger away for hours and really noticeably sharpened Alex's focus. Alex actually reported finishing a work project about 20% faster than usual, a tangible shift in mental clarity.
Wow, 20% faster. That's significant.
It is. Then day 3 brought grilled salmon for dinner, and the positive effects kept rolling. Alex's smartwatch showed an improvement in heart rate variability, or HRV. That's basically the tiny changes in time between heartbeats. Higher variability is good. It means your nervous system is more resilient, better at handling stress. Alex saw a 12% improvement. And that lines up perfectly with findings from the Mayo Clinic, I think, 2024, showing omega-3s help calm the nervous system. The momentum was definitely building. And it wasn't just Alex feeling it. Apparently, the hashtag Superfood Challenge hashtag started trending on X with something like 300,000 posts echoing those early wins.
Okay, that sounds almost too good. More focus, calmer nervous system just in a few days. For someone listening who might feel a bit intimidated, thinking, oh, I could never do that, what's important to remember about the process? It's not just about the end result, right?
That's a really crucial point. It's very rarely an overnight switch. Alex's experience wasn't about perfection at all. It was about persistence. Day 4, for example, really put Alex's resolve to the test. There was a looming work deadline, strong craving for a quick, comforting pizza. We've all been there. But instead, Alex consciously chose to make a lentil curry with spinach. And the protein and iron from those ingredients provided this sustained, steady energy. Completely avoided that typical mid-afternoon crash you get from processed stuff. Plus, the fiber in the legumes was helping with cholesterol levels. According to AHA data, maybe a 10% reduction over time. And Alex reported just feeling lighter. But here's something interesting. It also affected mood. Alex tracked mood in a journal and noticed a significant uplift. Researchers at NIH link that to the folate in lentils boosting serotonin. It shows how these choices build on each other.
So it's not just numbers on a tracker, it's this whole feeling of improvement, even when old habits are calling. What about sleep? That's such a cornerstone of well-being. How did that factor in?
Day 5 was really telling for sleep. Alex had that salmon dinner again, maybe with some strawberries this time. A potent dose of omega-3s and antioxidants. Their sleep quality, which they tracked with an Oura ring, improved noticeably, about 15% better, showing deeper REM cycles. And that's significant because, as research in the Sleep Journal shows, omega-3s are really crucial for helping the brain repair itself during sleep.
Better brain repair while you sleep. Amazing.
Right. Then by day 6, Alex mixed things up, creating this vibrant salad combining all 4 superfoods: salmon, kale, chickpeas, blueberries. The energy surge was undeniable. Alex apparently ran a 5K a full 10% faster than the previous week. It was becoming really clear and kind of reflective of what was happening online, with hashtag healthy eating posts reaching maybe 500,000. Nutrient density isn't just hype, it's actual tangible horsepower for your body and your mind. This whole progression really highlights how these individual sort of incremental changes, they culminate. They build up in this holistic week-long transformation.
So, what was the final picture on day 7? What were those cumulative wins, the ones you could measure and the ones Alex just felt?
By day 7, the change was really remarkable. Alex maybe started with that berry smoothie with kale, had lentil soup with spinach for lunch, finished with salmon and maybe a chickpea quinoa mix.
Oh.
The measurable wins were pretty significant. The smartwatch showed a 20% reduction in stress levels compared right back to day 1. And journal entries confirmed notably faster task completion and sharper focus, almost a 25% improvement.
25% better focus. That's huge for daily life.
Absolutely. And it's powerfully backed up by that 2025 Harvard study showing nutrient-dense diets can boost cognitive function by as much as 18%. Alex really felt it. Reported less anxiety, greater clarity, just an enhanced ability to tackle the day.
So it goes way beyond just the individual health stats. It's about this feeling of actually thriving. Were there other, maybe unexpected holistic impacts Alex noticed?
Oh, definitely. The benefits really stretched beyond the usual metrics. For instance, the salmon's omega-3s noticeably eased some joint stiffness Alex had been experiencing, logged about a 10% reduction in pain. The antioxidants from the berries helped cut down on post-workout soreness, making recovery quicker. The extra fiber from the legumes led to significant improvements in digestion, which is a very real, often overlooked benefit of cleaning up your diet.
Yeah, good point.
And interestingly, the flood of vitamins from the greens seemed to contribute to clearer skin. Apparently, that was something reported by about 30% of people posting with the hashtag Superfood Challenge #2. So you see, this wasn't just a diet Alex did for a week. It became this profound lifestyle shift. It really embodied a kind of discipline and intentionality. It proved that sustained, deliberate nutrition has these far-reaching, transformative effects across the whole spectrum of physical and mental well-being.
What's really compelling about this whole account, though, is that the journey wasn't perfect, right? It highlights the very real hurdles that, frankly, all of us face when we try to eat healthier. Alex hit some roadblocks. What were those challenges, and what can we learn from how Alex navigated them?
Absolutely. The ideal often clashes with the practical, doesn't it? Time was a huge one. Prepping whole foods like fresh kale or salmon, it just takes longer than ripping open a bag of chips or boiling instant noodles. That's just reality. Then there's the cost. Organic spinach might be, what, $4 a bunch, compared to maybe $1 for instant noodles. That difference creates a real barrier for a lot of people. USDA reports show it impacts about 40% of low-income households.
Yeah, that cost factor is huge.
It is. And we can't forget the social side. Alex mentioned friends jokingly calling the food rabbit food. That kind of teasing, even if lighthearted, can seriously undermine your resolve when you're trying to make a change. These challenges really mirror what so many of us face in our super convenience-driven world. It can make trying to eat healthy feel isolating sometimes.
Oh, that rabbit food comment is so relatable. I remember once bringing a salad to a potluck and someone jokingly asked if I was training for a marathon. It does test you. So how crucial is finding ways around that? Building support or finding practical hacks to make these changes actually stick?
It's incredibly important. And the insights Alex gained from tackling those challenges are really valuable for anyone thinking about making a similar shift. For instance, batch prepping became a total game changer. Alex found that spending a few hours on Sunday prepping meals saved so much time during the busy week, made healthy eating feel much more manageable, sustainable.
Yeah, meal prep is key for me too.
And there was the realization that frozen berries and canned legumes are fantastic, cost-effective options. They keep almost all their nutrients, according to food science research from 2024, so you're not really compromising much. But maybe most profoundly, there's this mindset shift. Eating changed from feeling like a chore, something to get through, into a genuine act of self-care, of nourishment.
That's a powerful reframing.
It is. And this shift isn't happening in a vacuum. You look at wellness trends on X. There was a huge surge in hashtag clean eating posts in 2025, like a million of them. It signals this wider cultural hunger for change.
Mm.
Ultimately, it just reinforces that needing that how skin-like discipline we talked about earlier, that focus and persistence is what makes these transformations last. It's about building a new routine that actually feels empowering, not like deprivation.
So, wrapping this up, this deep dive wasn't really just about kale or salmon, was it? It was about reclaiming a sense of vitality in a world that's pretty processed. We saw how focusing on these nutrient powerhouses, leafy greens, berries, legumes, salmon, delivered real measurable wins for Alex. Clearly less stress, significantly better focus, noticeably improved sleep quality. And like you said, it's not just one person's story. The science consistently backs this up. Data from the CDC shows that nutrient-dense diets can significantly cut your risk of chronic diseases, maybe by 30%, but the real magic, maybe, it's that feeling of truly being alive, not just kind of slogging through your day. It's the difference between merely functioning and genuinely thriving. So here's a thought. What if you tried it? Even just one small step. Swapped one processed snack for a handful of berries, maybe. Or traded one usual meal for a big, vibrant plate of greens and lentils. We really want to hear from you on this. Leave a comment below. Do you agree with the summary? Maybe disagree. Let us know. And please tell us where you're listening from. We're really trying to increase our worldwide reach, and knowing where you are helps us connect better. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the superfood transformation.